How's it, team? How are we all? Oh, hey Peyton, can you just close these doors, please? Got all the kids home from on school holidays still, so no doubt you will see them all. They'll be all toing and froing. So, how is everybody? Crispy very soon with yes, definitely with the kids. Them mad Kiwi. Alrighty, just a quick bit of housekeeping. Catch up on who is here. Scroll back through. Can you all hear me? So Jade's Adventures was in first with the first super chat. Cheers, bud. I think every week it becomes a competition between Jade's Adventures and Digger Mike as to who's going to be the first to get a super chat in. But cheers, Jade. You just beat Digger Mike, but Digger Mike, thank you as well. Strange Jazz is in the house. Choo-choo. Mad Kiwi is in the house. Arnie C is in the house, and thank you for that super chat, bud. I've got something to tell you, Arnie C, as well. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Sam Buck, don't pause it again, mate. Yeah, we mere last week. Mick Ellis is in the house. How's it, my bro? From across the ditch. Who else have we got? Jake J is in the house. Yowzer, he says. Jacob 1556. Welcome, buddy. And Salmon Hunter Sean is in the house. How's it, guys? Well, I missed a comment last week in the comments because they were scrolling through at the end there pretty quick from Mad Kiwi. And Mad Kiwi at the end of the comments there, he won the end of stream draw. And of course, I missed the comments. G'day, NZ Warriorsman. Just flick your name down there, mate. I missed his comment, and I just want to confirm, Mad Kiwi, that you still want to go ahead with what you talked about and commented on last week about what you wanted to do with your win. So if you can just pop it in the chat there, bro, Mad Kiwi, just let me know. Everyone just, absolutely, he says, mint, great. Okay, so Arnie C, at the end of the stream last week, Mad Kiwi gifted his win on the knife draw. So he gifted his win to you. So I'm going to cross out that one for Mad Kiwi, and that goes up for you, Arnie C. So you now, Arnie, are in the lead. And Mad Kiwi goes back to none. Okay, so Arnie C, you now in the lead for knife draw number 3. Woohoo! So Mad Kiwi, you're an absolute legend. And Arnie C, gotta love Mad Kiwi and give him some mad props, bro. So how has everybody been this week? I have had a mad week. And you've probably noticed by the flurry of videos and bits and pieces that have come out this evening that I've been pretty busy this week. And I've got another video that I'm editing at the moment. I'm halfway through editing that, and that will probably come out, depending on how my day goes, it'll probably come out Tuesday night. I'll drop that Tuesday night. And that's the second part of the video to the adventure vlog for this week. If you had read the description, I'd mentioned that there was 2 videos coming out, and you would have noticed that there was a little portion of detecting in there, and there was a little portion of me up hunting. And of course, at 7 o'clock tonight, I dropped the hunting video of me chasing some tahr around the hills down in South Canterbury. And the detecting video, I've still got to do the final wrap-up video and clean up. So I'll do that tomorrow afternoon or evening. And yeah, get that video posted on Tuesday. So been busy. Got all the blades into, as you saw from that video, into Jeff at Manning Signs. And I was hoping to see them back this week. I dropped them in on Monday. And I was told I was going to get them back sort of Wednesday, Thursday. And I still haven't actually heard back from them. So I'm a little bit annoyed, because I was really hoping to. I've got 2 knives that I have to have done by the weekend, next weekend. Jade's one, and then the one for Uncle Clay. Because I'm heading off up to Nelson next weekend, long weekend. So I'm going to go and spend a couple of days with Jade and a couple of days with Uncle Clay from Clay Tool Stories. So yeah, busy. So I'm going to be madly, frantically, hopefully finishing at least 2 knives for next weekend. NZ Warriors, what a game it was last night. Oh, digger Mike, you can't think of anything else, can you? Between the Warriors and detecting. So the cramps got you. Oh, my goodness, Mick, Alice, you've got no ideas. I don't know if you guys have been on some big climbs and epic walks where you just absolutely exert everything to the point where your legs are jelly and you feel like you're just going to fall over and die in the tussock and never be found. Well, I was at that point walking down. The hike up, I mean, I kid you not, it was probably like this. And in that video, you can see it was very steep. And the hike up, I just took my time and it wasn't too bad, but I'd sort of expended everything by the time I got up the top. And then I did a big circle round. I went up the tops and I was chasing these tar through the scree area. And it was all really, really steep. But then coming back down the track, my legs just were not working. And I got down to the truck and I was having a drink and all the rest of it. Any movement I did, like taking my pack off, all my back muscles were spasming and cramping. My calf muscles were cramping, and I was in a bad shape. I'm that unfit. It was, yeah, bordering dangerous actually, I reckon. But I was not in a good shape. I felt very, very unfit and very, very old. And then waking up Friday morning, because we were heading away for the weekend with the kids, the whole family. And of course, waking up Friday morning, I could barely move. It was embarrassing. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, yes, Vanguard. How's it, bro? I'll just call you Errol. Vanguard Adventure Vlogs are so long. I hope you don't mind that, Errol. Welcome along, buddy. Good to see you. Nigel is in the house. Now, Nigel is a Patreon, so I'll flick his name down for the end of stream draw. Welcome, Nigel. Hope your week has been well. Who else have we got here? Did you see what one was that, Mad Kiwi? Is that the fishing one when he caught his snapper? I haven't been able to catch up with a lot of things because we've been away since Friday and we went up to Gore Bay, and Gore Bay has no reception whatsoever. There was nothing. I couldn't, we had to go all the way back into Cheviot if we wanted reception. So we just, turned the phones off and chilled out. It was actually really cool. It was nice. Just but of course, come back home. Bing, 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 and messages for Africa. David Delore says, cramp stop from the pharmacy. Flip, mate, I'd need a whole entire bottle of that, bro. Take cramp spray next time. I'll look into that. Is that just something you get from the, does it actually stop it straight away or does it prevent it? Because my goodness, I was cramping up to the point where I probably looked like I was having a seizure. From the pharmacy, says David Delore. Sure, mate, I will look into that, most definitely. G'day, Mark. Mark Beringer is in the house. I was meant to head out with him last week. This previous week gone, but he had something come up, so we are going tomorrow morning. So I'm heading out with Mark, so that's going to be a fun little adventure. Mark does trapping, so we're going to go check out his trap line tomorrow morning. And then we're going to go and have a look at some other bits and pieces and maybe even shoot a rabbit or a hare or two. And I might even make that into a video and do a lunchtime catch and cook. So that could be cool. So as long as I can catch something. But Vanguard, all good, bro. Delay between the comments and live. Yeah, probably. All the kids are at home, so they'll probably all be on technology and stuff, streaming, watching Netflix and stuff like that. So Hopefully we don't get the circle of death too much tonight. But yeah, let us know if it does, and I'll kick them all off. AWI. There's a new name in the chat. Going down is always the worst part. Oh, it is, mate. Yeah. Although I must admit, I had my crispy Alpine boots on, and they've got the little flick out crampon in the heel. So I flicked that out, and I kid you not, man, that was a lifesaver, because the ground was frosting as well. Like everything was frosting up high. And I reckon if I didn't have those, I would have been on my ass so many times it wasn't funny. But yeah, quite a Paul Casper. Arnie C, gifted. Awesome. Oh, Paul Casper, you've just been gifted a membership by Arnie C. Legend, Arnie C. And Paul Casper, I will put your name down and welcome to the chat. And just so you know, mate, the end of stream giveaways are entries into a knife drawer, and you have to have 5 wins to win a custom knife made by me to the value of $300. And good old Arnie C is desperately, madly trying to win one of those. So he's going hard out. So nice one, Arnie. Dead possums in the house. How's it, mate? Yeah, I do an electrolyte drink, Mick Ellis. So I suck back an electrolyte drink all day. But yeah, it just, by the time I get to the end of it and I've depleted everything, I think also you're so hot. Like I get very, very hot, and when you start cooling down quickly, like when you take your pack off, as a prime example, you're wet and sweaty, you're hot. And it was probably -2, -3 degrees up there, and I dropped my pack off, and instantly, as soon as I started cooling down, my back was just like spasming up. So, dead possum. I knew I was doing something. Welcome, buddy. Looking forward to it, mate. Bring a jacket if it's raining. Yeah, sweet as, mate. Got all the gears there. Max Metal Detecting, welcome back, buddy. What's up, Chris? How's it, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Yep, doing well. Vanguard. Be down south in November for a few weeks. I'll pop in, mate. Yeah, definitely, mate. How far down south are you heading? You heading way down, or? I so want to custom it. Good lad, Arnie. West Coast Feral. Good evening, my man. Hope it's not too cold and crazy over in your neck of the woods, mate. Bed here if you're heading... Yes, Vanguard. Look up old Mad Kiwi. He's always got room down there. He loves having visitors. And it's such a cool place to have a wee wander around. Yeah, I definitely will, Mick Ellis. I think I'll definitely do that, because, I mean, when I cramp, and I end up like, you know how you end up with like pulled muscles after them? I end up like that for a couple of days. It is not cool. Milford Sounds, last stop. Whew, you're doing a big trip, bro. Yeah, don't forget me, mate. Would love to win one of those knives. Yeah, I think everybody would love one of those knives, bro. Old Jade has picked out his pattern. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to start that in my next batch. I don't think I'll be starting it this week, but the week after, I'll probably be starting my second batch of, or third batch of knives. I've got, what have I got? I've got Stephen Dixon's. I've got his 2 knives in there. I've got Jade's knife that he's picked out. I've got another knife for a client, and I've also got one that I'm going to be doing for Dredge NZ. And that's going to be quite a cool one. I've got a picture of that I'll show you in a minute. I was working this weekend. Oh, you guys talking to you? Sweet. It does hurt, Mick. It's crazy. I'm buggered at the moment. 30k walk yesterday. Bike stuck in the snow. I saw your post, mate. Gutting. I think I'm pretty sure I commented or something, and yeah, it's a bit of a hike. Gutting. So we need, yeah, I actually, no, I won't say that. I was going to say what you commented back, but no, I won't, because we don't want anybody else up there running around doing what they shouldn't be doing, eh? I'm drawing specs as we speak. Nice, Arnie. Cool. Thank you, Nigel. Another super chat there. Okay, sweet as. How deep was the snow, West Coast? I mean, obviously it was looked pretty deep to trap the bike there. I'm guessing you were probably walking in it knee deep. It sure takes it out of you. Max metal detecting. Got to make $1 though. Nah, I was home with the kids all weekend. Old man found first. Oh, first half crown. Nice.
Hunter's on.
What?
Hunter's watching.
Oh, is he watching, is he? Oh, yeah. Hi, Dad, it's Hunter. Hi, Hunter.
So Mum just went up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Couple of foot in some places. Flip. That's hard yakka, West Coast. That's real hard slog, isn't it? So who's your dad? Are you guys on the metal detecting NZ Aotearoa page? I did see someone pull up a half crown. I haven't had a chance to comment on a whole bunch of things just recently, but I did see someone pulled that up. Cheers, Mad Kiwi. Thanks for that. Got a win again to give away. You're a legend, mate. Everybody be rooting for you to win, and then everybody will be nice as they can to you. Hey, Sammy, bro. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Got to be in to win, don't you, Murrow? Gots to be in to win. Dave Newman is in the house. Another one of my patrons. Write your name down as well for the end of stream. And how has your week been? Yeah, that was an awesome video of your hike today, Chris. You did well, mate. It does take a bit of... No, it's not so much breathe. You don't have trouble... I don't have trouble breathing high. My biggest problem is I'm super unfit at the moment with being stuck at home. And, yeah, because of that, I'm just not fit, so I don't have that stamina. And so I end up, sucking in the oxygen and get a bit wheezy. So, but other than that, yeah, once I get fit again, get my fitness back, I'll be tickety-boo, hopefully. Or they smooth out the tracks a bit more so I can get my Zimmer frame up there. Thanks for that, Dave. Much appreciated. Get your name in there for the end of stream. Oh, what do I miss there? These guys are all quite chatty tonight. I'm thinking mini cutlass, one hand covered kind of brass knuckles, but only handguard. Oh, that sounds expensive, bro. Jake, man, I still haven't found it. I'm still on the blacklist on that page. Oh, you're still on? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people on there that sort of hold grudges, isn't there? Oh, Jade's in there with another super chat. Haha, fair enough, Mad Kiwi. Jade, in with another super chat. Cheers, mate. I'm struggling to keep up with the old chat tonight. Yeah, a few more of those hikes, Max, and I'll be tickety-boo. And, of course, I can a little bit more mobile now too. So, yeah. It's funny, I felt it in the shoulders too, carrying a pack, which was good. So, ended up through here, but my actual shoulder was sweet. So, real happy with that. Not in me lycra, McAllis. Definitely not in me lycra. G'day, EDC middleman. How's that little one of yours? Hope the family is all doing well. You got a shower system in the 80? No, I don't, Vanguard. I've been looking at those, is it Jolco Jolco systems, the portable systems. We might put one of those in there. But ultimately, I think everything on my truck is going to end up in a little square drop camper trailer. Yeah, I'm going to end up having to use the truck for work, I think. So, yeah, Julka, looking at one of those at the moment. So I'm holding off on that. And if I go back to when I go back to work, if I can't afford a 2-wheel drive ute, I'm going to be using the truck for a while. So everything's going to have to come off the truck, the tents, the awnings, and even the drawers are going to have to come out the back because I'm going to have somewhere to stick all my gear. So I am contemplating building a little square drop camper, and everything will just reattach to that. And then when I want to go away, I just hook that on and head out the door. I stop waffling so much. You guys start getting the hell away on me. How's the stacking been? I haven't stacked at all for a while, strange as. Jacob Shelford, how many possums have you gathered this winter? None so far, because I've been stuck at home basically after having shoulder surgery. So I haven't really been able to get out and do much. So David Carlisle is in the house. Welcome. So yeah, so I've been a bit stuck, and strange as I've had to sell pretty much my entire stack, gold and silver, to pay bills and keep food on the table for the kids, because basically I've said it before, you guys, most of you all know, ACC never came to the party with my compensation, weekly compensation, because I'm self-employed, and yeah, we've been getting just enough to get by with nothing extra. And in fact, there wasn't even quite enough. So we ended up, I've had to sell all my silver. I've sold all my gold, sold all my silver, sold one of my big rifles, and we sold the work ute just to keep going and make sure there was enough money in the bank for us to actually keep going. But I'm 2 months out now from getting back to work. So there is light at the end of the tunnel because I've got nothing else to sell anymore. I could sell my body, but I don't think I'll probably have to pay people to... You know the story. So yeah, it's been frustrating, strange as, but it's just one of those things. You sort of get through it, smile and laugh about it later on. Yeah, definitely a good test for the old shoulder. Yeah, the shoulder itself was sweet. The tops of the shoulders were a bit sore from actually having the weight on them, but yeah, I'll get used to that pretty quickly. Dave's just saying g'day to everyone. And I think I'm back up with it. Yeah, the portable shower's the way to go, Sean, I reckon. Yeah, ACC does suck. I've heard the same thing from pretty much everybody, mate. Yeah, probably did, Mad Kiwi. Probably did. Black market won't even want your kidneys. Nah, my kidneys are shot, bro, from all my younger days. Yeah, I'd get no money for those. I'd have to pay for somebody to take them. Jake, that's cool. So what I did see back there, did you get yourself a sovereign, did you, Jake? Jake, I'm looking for Old War. So did I see you found yourself a... One of you guys saying you found yourself a sovereign? JJ, need a warm portable shower. Yeah, the only thing is having a warm portable shower, I mean, it was like -3, -2, -3 when I got back to the truck. Everything was frozen solid. The last thing I'm going to want to do is jump under, strip off and jump under I'd end up this icicle, mate. But yeah, no, for other times, it's good to wash the kids down and stuff like that too when you're away camping. Don't get me started on those ACC. Stephen, welcome, buddy. I didn't see you sneak in there. Glenn's Adventures is in the house. Welcome, buddy. I had a wonderful weekend. Wonderful weekend. So we headed away on Friday, and Ness went up with the kids. She went up quite early, got the place set up. We just hired out a cool little. It was called the Tin Shed, and it was a tiny wee thing. It was quite funny actually because the photos online showed it looking quite spacious and all the rest of it. Arnie C. One for Mad Kiwi, one for David. I can do that, mate. Mad Kiwi. That's legendary, Arnie. And one for David Carlisle. Awesome. And just so you know, David Carlisle, that's an end of stream draw for, well, you need 5 wins, but if you win, you go in the draw to win a knife. So, yeah, Arnie C's been a good rooster. So, yeah, so we booked out this little batch. I think it was just an Airbnb. Thought it was going to be quite spacious and all the rest of it. Got up there, so we've got no signal for a start. It's pouring down with rain the whole entire weekend, and it turns out this place is about the size of a shipping container. It was tiny. So, of course, Ethan brought his girlfriend, so we had all the kids plus Ethan's girlfriend, me and Ness, cramped into this tiny little place that was probably about the size of our lounge. So it was funny. And then down the back there was bedrooms and all the rest of it. So we had an awesome time. It was fun. Kids played up. They were a bit naughty, but other than that, no, it was great. We just lots of card games, no signals. So the kids had a couple of movies downloaded on some laptops, and it was just a really cool time. Just chilled out and had a really cool time. Real bad flooding on the way home today, though. It was crazy. It's been a wet weekend. Yeah, couldn't even go detecting. Oh, yeah. You'd be a stun cold possum, Chris. Yeah, just about, mate. I need a shower after dives. True. Yeah, at the end of a day after a dive and then jumping into a tent or sleeping bag would be yuck, wouldn't it? I'd fully agree with that, Errol. Fully agree with that. Yeah, so David, Arnie C's just giving you an entry into the end of stream draw. So Dave's a cool man. He is a cool man. Phil with 2 L's. How's it, my bro? Hope you've had a great week. Whereabout did you go? Sorry, just managed to join in. Where was that, Phil? For this weekend, we were in Gore Bay. So it was just up in Gore Bay, just outside of Cheviot. Not much to detect up there. Me and Josh have pretty much smashed that area up there. There's not a lot left up there. But as it was pouring down. And it was heavy rain too. There was quite a few slips on the way out, and all the creeks were way up. I reckon if we had spent another day in that weather, we probably would have been stuck there. So, where's your kids? They are in the other room. They're in a bit of disgrace at the moment. They played up a little bit too much last night, and we asked them a couple of times to go to sleep, and they didn't, and they played up. So they're in the naughty books today. So, yeah, no more PlayStation or phones or laptops or anything tonight. I think they're allowed to watch TV. And that is pretty much it. And I think when Ness gets back, they'll be having an early night. So, yeah, so they're in a bit of disgrace at the moment. But other than that, it was a real cool weekend. We played card games all day and just chilled out and watched videos together. It was a really cool bonding time. And we went down to the beach at one point there when it cleared. Collected some stones, threw some stones. I tried to throw stones with my little T-Rex arm because I can't really give it a good swing, but yeah, giving the old left arm a good go. But no, it was good. It was a cool weekend. So, Sam Buck, bad flooding. It didn't worry me, but of course I was following Ness home in her car, and she's got an MPV people mover. So I mean, some of the flooding was probably. Oh, there was one area there was washing across the road, and it was easy halfway up her wheels. So it was pretty scary for her. And I was just like straight through. Didn't have a big water up the sides and all the rest of it. The kids thought it was great, but yeah, no, Ness is a bit more cautious with that sort of stuff. McAllis off to bed with Anton, just about, mate. Just about. Not quite that bad, but yes. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. definitely. So because I've had a pretty crazy weekend and we only got home this afternoon, I haven't actually got anything to give away tonight, guys. So I do apologise for that. I didn't really. I came home and I was desperately trying to get some stuff edited and all the rest of it. I wanted to do some editing away, but my editing program, I didn't realise. I sort of jumped on it, thought, oh man, this is mint. I'll be able to edit all 3 videos while I'm away. But you can load stuff into it, but a big portion of the stuff you use on there, all the little tools, require to be online so that they download into the video, I guess it is. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but all the extra bits and pieces, the transitions, the audio, the music, all the little extra bits and pieces you do all require to be online. So I was like, no. So pretty much all I could do was load everything into it. And I came home this afternoon and madly tried to get as much as I could done. So I got the other one out, and I sort of figured that getting that weekly vlog out this afternoon wasn't fair on everybody to watch it, and I couldn't really pick questions out of that. And then I sort of ran out of time. We had dinner, and then poof, it was it was live stream time. So you just have to listen to me waffle instead. What do you use with editing? So I'm running the, is it the Filmora Wondershare? I think I'm on about number 11 or 12. It's a very, very simple program, purely because I used to, for years and years, I used to use the iMovie through the Apple program. And that was a very, very basic, simple program. And I'm not much of a computer whiz, and I need things to be fairly simple. So when I did a search for paid editing software comparable or similar to iMovie, it came up with a few. There was DaVinci, I can't remember what it's called, DaVinci, and then Filmora. And I had to gut both of them. The Filmora was a slightly bit cheaper, and so yeah, I pay a yearly subscription, and it's mint. It's got so much stuff that I don't even know how to use, but it's got a lot more than I can, and it's great. I love it. It's very, very simple. Very simple. Cheers, Jade. Yep, don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Keeps analytics up. And what's the... Oh, there you go, AWI. I've just said Filmora Wondershare. I think it's about 11 or 12, the latest one out. I've got the editing... Oh, nice. Yep. I've got Power Director. Yeah, there's Power Director, and then there's an Adobe one, and they're more of your they run along the lines of your Android type editing programs. And of course, I've never done that. I've always been an Apple man, and I've always used the iMovie. So when I did a search, I just searched for what was closest to the iMovie, and that's what it popped up. And I've never looked back. I love it. It's a great system. It's multiple layers, so you can have multiple video layers, then you have multiple audio layers underneath, and oh heck, it's amazing what you can do with it. I think if I learnt it a lot more, I could actually, I mean, it's just limitless as to what you can do with it. It's, yeah, sort of governed by your own imagination, really. So do I reload my own? I don't, Mick. When I used to have my big 300 Win Mag, I had a friend out in Oxford who used to do all my reloads. And at the moment, I'm running factory rounds through my 308. But once I'm keeping all my brass, so once we've shot off maybe about 50 rounds, we're gonna hand load those, and we'll probably run some. I've got 100 Nosler Accubons in 167 grain, and we'll probably run those through them and reload them all. So I've just got to shoot off as much as I can out of this Hornady factory ammo, and then we'll reuse the brass, and I'll get him to reload. But I don't do it myself. I don't have the time for it, Mick. I'd love to, but I don't. What's the best bait for possums? Just got some trap. Jukes, nice. What I use for bake, Glenn, is basically 1 part icing sugar to 5 parts flour. And then I also spice it up with cinnamon powder. So I'll get 5 parts of flour to 1 part of icing sugar, and I'll do it in a big 10-litre bucket. And then I'll put an entire, those little baking boxes of your cinnamon powder. I'll put an entire thing of that into the mix it all up, and then I flip. I think for the last few years, I think I'm only on my second 10-litre bale bucket now. So that's what I use. I know a lot of other guys will use eucalypt. What else? Curry powder, I think, is another one that gets used a bit. And then you can actually do a wet mix with like peanut butter and things like that. But I've had great success with mine. 5 parts flour to 1 part icing sugar with cinnamon as my scented lure, I guess you call it. I know guys that just use flour and don't even use anything else and have just as good luck. So, Aussie Alchemist, welcome, my man. G'day, crispy evening, everybody. Been a while. It has been a while. Ha ha ha. Cheers on the bottles. Oh, you're shooting away, Errol? Thanks for popping in, mate. And I did see you post there on my TikTok too. I had actually, I think I'd already were following you. But yeah, it's good to know. Good to know. Ask Colin to reload your ammo. Yeah, he's a bit far away, Mad Kiwi. My mate's just up in Oxford. He's not too far away. Dinner's up. See you shortly. Sweet Mick, enjoy. What are you having? Oh, let me know also, Errol, when you're heading down, and I'll give you some contact details, and you can give me a buzz. So either flick me a message through or send me an email or something, and I'll give you my phone number, and you can look me up, catch me up, and we'll if you got time, we'll either go out for a beer or a cuppa, or we can go out for a hunt maybe. We'll see how it all goes. Went for a rockfish, caught a 16-pound snapper and 115 centimetre kingy. Nice. John Dory, a few kahawai off the rocks, and Pao Nui. Sweet, EDC. Is that a good size kingy? Is that pretty good? We don't get a lot of kingies down here in Christchurch, so I don't really know if that's a good size. It sounds pretty cool. I will do, Mad Kiwi, definitely. Not a problem. That's if he gives me his details. Otherwise, we might be just catching up via via the live chat or something. Very cool. Hey, so I was hoping Dread Gen Z was going to pop on, but he hasn't tonight, so he must be either too busy or he's out doing stuff. But this is the knife that we are going to do for him. He's commissioned me to do this knife for Dread Gen Z. And it's going to be a real kicker because, well, it's not going to be a kicker, it's going to be a real challenge because I'm going in feet first with this one. It's going to be a real tricky one because it's brass each end, and that's not a biggie. Nice timber handle, simple as. But right here, we're actually going to do a completely see-through hollow window in clear resin that will go right through the handle, right through the steel, and you'll be able to see right through both sides. And inside, I'm going to float a gold nugget. So it's going to be interesting. It's I know in my head how I'm going to do it. Whether or not it works out, I don't know. I hope it works out because once I cast that nugget into the resin, it's going to be quite fun trying to get it back out again. But I think it'll be pretty easy and actually quite simple. It'll be a matter of making everything up and then pouring the resin into there and then forming the handle and pouring half the resin in, sticking in the nugget, and then pouring the other half of the resin. And I know my Mad Kiwi's done it, or his missus has done a bit of resin, so no doubt I'll might call on your expertise there, Mad Kiwi, on the old resin. But yeah, that's what it's going to be. So a nice dark timber in the handle with this cool see-through window, and a nice maybe 1 or 2 gram nugget sitting in the middle there. So that'll be cool. That'll be very cool. So that's one of my knives that I'm going to be starting, and that's for old Lindis Ranger from Dredge NZ. So that's going to be a bit of fun. Littleton Heads, you can get kingies running through. Really? I never knew that, Digger Mike. I had heard that you could get kingies, small school kingies off the rocks at the end of where is it? Birdling's Flat, but that was very seasonal. But I didn't realize you get them off Littleton Heads. Man, that'd be pretty cool. Hell yes, because it's 75 centimeters legal size. Oh, so 115 would be a good one then. Nice. Can't wait to see that knife finished. Yeah, it'll be a good one, Digger Mike. It'll be a real good one. It'll be a real challenge. It'll be nice because that much brass each end plus the timber, you've got to be very careful that you don't get hollows where each meet and things like that. You want that transition from the brass to the timber to be nice. And then you're going to have the resin in there as well, so then you want that to transition nice. So it's going to be a good challenge. It'll be nice. But I've got a lot of ideas in my head about using resin in the handles to put anything you want into them, like doing a little feathers and scales knife, my wee bird and trout knife, and have maybe some dry flies cast into the handle as well, or do a nymph emerger dry fly, 3 flies of the same pattern cast into the resin. Things like bullets or spent bullet cases that you've shot a big deer with, engraved with a date on them, maybe of the date that you shot a certain stag, and things like that. And then you could cast those into the handle as well on a big hunting knife or a big camping knife like that. So it's going to open up some interesting concepts. It's whether or not I'll be able to make it work. Yeah, it will be a fun project. Yeah, it's a pretty classic looking handle too, Sam. So it should be fairly straightforward. Oh, you need a boat, do you, Digger Mike? How far out is it? How far do you got to go off the heads? Wondering if the chemical reaction could melt the nugget. Shouldn't do, because it would have to get upwards of around 1,000 degrees to melt the gold. And I don't think the chemical reaction in the resin would get that hot. Be in trouble if it did. I don't know. Mad Kiwi, you know a bit more about the resin. Does it get that hot with the chemical reaction, the hardening side of things? Wouldn't get too hot, would it? EDC, bought my Mind Lab Manticore off Dredge. Yeah. I'm actually going down to see Charles and at Dredge NZ in a few weeks. He's just about finished his big shed, and they reckon they'll have all their bits and pieces. Change the brass for gold. Jake, ain't that rich, bro? He'd need a few ounces of gold to melt down to make a pommel and bolster of solid gold. My goodness. And you are right, Arnie C. It would be too soft. It would wear very quickly and would ding up and get a bit yuck. But yeah, that's the other thing, Digger Mike. You could put coins in there. 35 thrup, even like a half sov. You could put whatever you wanted in there. It just opens up a world of options, eh? Just basically, it's a window that you can showcase whatever you want in there. Be cool. We have metallic inks for resin plus. Yeah. I think most of mine, Mad Kiwi would be clear, so that they can be seen right through and showcase what's actually in the middle there, especially with a wee gold nugget. Yeah, that's $1 million knife. That would be $1 million knife, EDC. That would be crazy. Not 100% imagine. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a boat, Digger Mike, so we're both out of luck. It won't melt it at all. No, I didn't think. I know there's a wee thermal reaction in there a little bit, but I didn't think it would get that hot that would melt the gold. But Nah, be fine. Seen cheeseburgers encased in resin. Why? You don't have to encase cheeseburgers in resin. They stay perfectly fine as they are. A mate of mine's got a cheeseburger that's something like 20 years old, just about. So, and it's, I mean, it's gone hard, but it still looks the same as the day it was made. It's dodgy, man. Makes you really wonder what's in them. Use a heat gun or long stick glider. Yeah, I knew that one, Mad Kiwi. I've actually got I've got that little flamethrower thing that I'll use on it. EDC, get a Manticore. Oh, bro, I'd love to, but there's just no way I could get it. I can't afford anything extra at the moment, let alone a $3,000 Manticore. I'd love to. We were out digging, me and Mike were out digging, and he was telling me about his mate and his Manticore, and he was just smashing it at this place. And of course, yeah, Mike wasn't finding a huge amount, and then we went out, and Mike found more than me, and I found diddly squat. And I think there's some cool targets, but they are pretty deep, and it's a very trashy area. I think the Manticore would just smash it there. But yeah, I think Lindis is going to give me a wee go of one of the ones down there. I think he's got a test Manticore down there, so I think I'm going to get to have a wee play with one. At least see what they can do. Just a teaser. But it's more about going down there and seeing how they're setting it all up and giving everybody. We'll do another video, interview video, to have a look at the setup, see hopefully the new showroom will be done, and we can get a bit of I can give you guys a bit more of a showcase of what they're going to be doing, what's going to be down there, what's available. And then I'm also I think he's going to take me for a hunt up the back of his property as well, which would be pretty cool. Might be able to bowl over an animal for some meat, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, a GPX would be pretty cool, but the thing is that they're a gold-only machine, mate, and I still probably do more relic hunting than gold at the moment. I just don't get out enough to probably warrant having a GPX, and that's a lot of money you got to fork out. I mean, it's what? Isn't the... Oh no, the 7,000 is about 8-9 grand, I think. The GPX 7,000 or 6. Can't remember which one it is, but they're way too expensive for me, bro. Yeah. Sell one of the kids. Dude, I couldn't give away my kids. They are mongrels. You haven't met my kids, have you? Jake J, you would send them back the next day. I promise you that. When I'm in big lotto, and yeah, that's pretty much for me too, Mike. Once I win lotto, I'll buy myself a Manticore, and that will never happen because, yeah, we don't do lotto. So, Dalton Craig, how's it, my bro? All right. Well, I don't have a huge amount to waffle on about, other than the fact that, yeah, super excited to be heading out and doing some possuming tomorrow with Mark. That's going to be super exciting. And other than the fact that, yeah, I've got lots coming up. So I've got a massive... that's a point. I'm not entirely sure how I'll get on next Sunday. I don't know what time I'm coming home. I'll be coming home I'll probably be... Actually, Jade, we'll have to get in touch, mate, and let me know what days suit you, because I'll be up in Nelson, and I'm pretty sure Clay is quite flexible. So I'm coming up on Thursday. So I'll have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday up there. Let me know what days suit you the best to come and hang out. We'll go, I don't know, you want to go out somewhere or just come around, chill out for an afternoon or whatever. I'll be completely flexible with whatever you want to do, mate. Otherwise, yeah, the rest of the time I'll just be spending with Clay, and we might go for a pig hunt, might go out on the kayaks or something and do some fishing. But let me know what day suits you to come and see you, and we'll have to tee something up. MD Melbourne, Jim, it has been forever, bro. How are you doing? For someone who said he wasn't going to post on YouTube anymore, I still watch plenty of your videos, mate. It's good to see you again, mate. Good to see you. I am not going to eat the possum, Sam. Well, I will if you will. You come with me, mate, and we'll eat one together. Ooh. Is that a new? Oh, look at this, guys. Vanessa's just found a new flavour. I love passion fruit. What is it? Vanilla passion fruit slices. Doesn't that look a bit decadent, guys? Right, I might have to call this one done and go and have some chocolate. Yum.
I'll save you a row.
A whole row. Oh, thank you. Sorry, guys. Bit distracted there. Wave a bit of chocolate in front of my face and I'm anybody's. I paid with an... Oh, yeah. Nice. Digger Mike, you and Jay's we could do actually. That's not a silly idea. Might be able to do something on Saturday. Arnie C, awesome. EDC. Just working, bud. You're still working in the same job, mate? I know you were having lots of issues over there during the whole lockdown thing with work and stuff. You're still you painting or plastering? I can't remember which one you did. You're down, Sam. Hey, believe it or not, possum's actually not too bad. I've had a fair few in my life, and it's they're actually not as bad as everybody makes out, eh? You cook them right, and they actually taste quite good. The best way I'd put it would be they're pretty close and on par with a hare. They're red, very gamey, very strong meat like the hare is, and to be honest, you roast them up whole over a spit, over an open fire, and they all pretty much taste the same. I've had them in stews before, and they're pretty bland, and I think they definitely need to be roasted over a fire or cut up into little medallions and cooked up that way. But it's actually not that bad. Mad Q, I remember that on the Man Show. That's all right. I'll have to take you out, Sam, and we'll do some hoo-hoo grubs and possums and all the rest of it and make another catch and cook like my... I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I did a catch and cook hoo-hoo grub on here on YouTube a year or two back. And they were actually real nice. I've had them raw before and they just sort of tasted sort of quite blandy. But I cooked them up with garlic on in a little fry pan, and they actually tasted really nice. They were good. You'll have to look that video up, guys. I'm going to have to come down to Christchurch, Chris. Definitely, mate. Heck yeah. You come down, we'll hook it up. We'll set up some places to come. I've got a storm ice cream coming from Hungry Jack's. Well, that sounds pretty cool, Jim. Yeah, so you're still plastering, are you? Mint. I can't remember if it was plastering or painting. I was pretty sure it was plastering, but I didn't want to assume. And you're keeping busy over there, buddy? Well, clearly you are, because you're not posting too much anymore. But Aussie Haka, flap that. Mad Kiwi. Purple ice cream over there. I love who's. Bring that chocolate as well. I don't think I'm going to get much of that chocolate. I think Ness is going to hoe into that before I get a good chance. Flat out, mate. Well, that's always good to hear, Jim. Roasted, all right. Tastes a bit like cat. Can't say I've eaten cat, bro. That's opening up a can of worms there, Sean. Yeah, we won't go down that rabbit hole. But yeah. Nice. Oh, well, I might call it a night, guys. G'day, bro. Oh, you just getting all your stuff out the car? Cool. Say hi to everybody.
What's going on, gang? What are they saying about me?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It won't come in for a while. Yeah, Mad Kiwi, I love rabbit. Rabbit's real tasty. What I like doing with rabbit is cutting it up into like getting all the meat I possibly can, cutting it up into like cubing it up, cutting it up into small little cubes, whacking it in corn flour, and then shallow frying it. And oh, it's so good. And you don't cook it for too long, and it's almost like chicken. It's almost like a you put it in corn flour, you put in some like mixed herbs, mixed spices, and almost comes out like KFC. It's so good. Wouldn't know what cat tastes like. No, no. I'm not a big fan of cats myself anyway, but currency of the earth. 3 p.m. here. Well, it is, what is the time? It is, I got no clocks whatsoever anywhere. What's it go? Well, it must be 55. Must be coming up 9 o'clock here on a Sunday night, bro. So, yep, that's the one. $8.56. See, mad Kiwi in your eyes looking for a clock. That's when you start looking all over the place. Where's it gone? The one on my phone's gone. That only tells me how long I've been going, and the one on the computer's hiding as well. So I figured we've been going for 56 minutes, so it must be pretty close to 9 o'clock. So I reckon we might call it, eh? Must be coming up to 9. Yep, it is. Yeah, because you're 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours behind us, aren't you? That's right. Currency of the earth, you're 6 hours in the future. Oh, I know, isn't it weird, bro? Yes. And then in some places it's even worse. Like if you talk to the likes of Arnie C or David Carlisle, those guys are probably some ridiculous hour in the morning. I think they're like, 12 hours behind us or something. So, yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. Right. Oh, get the old 2 a.m. There you go. I wasn't far off, was I? 2 a.m. for Arnie C. And that's is that 2 a.m. Sunday morning? Is that right, Arnie C? Oh, you got to go to work at 12. Is that why you're up, bro? Oh, you got off work at 12. Oh, is that why you're still up? That's crazy, man. What time do you start work, Arnie C? So these are the names for my YouTube members and Patreons. Almost 4 there. It's crazy, eh? The old time thing. Oop, where'd that go? Oh, Digger Mike, you're running away. You're flying off. 4 to 12. That's a big day. $2 a.m. Sunday, yeah. Alrighty, so this is for one half of the end of stream draw. Alrighty, pick one out. Who's it going to be? David Central Time. Just one. Just one. There we go. Who is it? It is... Ha! Paul Casper. I don't know if you're still in the chat there, Paul. But congratulations, mate. You go in the draw for a knife. You'll have to keep coming back, though. I knew it, says Arnie. Yeah, this is the guy that you gifted the subscription to. Paul Casper. Congratulations, mate. If you're still there lurking, well done. Alrighty. Doesn't that frustrate you, Arnie? See, you gift it to him and he wins straight away. Should have been yours. Maybe this one, bro. Alrighty, so these are, what's that? Gotta give, can't just take. Yay, fair enough, eh? Fair enough. And now we'll do the super chats. Happens to the best of us. Yep. Sure does, Mad Kiwi. So I'm guessing most people at the moment got work coming up for the week. Nothing special, nothing exciting. Haha, knew you'd be pulling Paul out. Funny, Sam. You funny guy. That's a bit of a dad joke there, bro. Shows you getting old. 6:30 start tomorrow. Yep, I'll have a 6:30 start as well, taking Ethan to work, and then from there I'm off out to meet up with Mark and cruise around his trap line. So that'll be pretty exciting. And actually, Ethan is sitting his restricted license this week. I think that's Wednesday. He goes for his license. So if he passes that, I don't have to run around everywhere. Woo! He'll be able to drive himself everywhere. Means I'll be able to have some sleep-ins and go and do some overnighters and some trips away. So how exciting's that? So we just got to hope he passes. He's looking pretty good for it. He's just got a couple of things the instructor pulls him up on. But other than that, if he can get that all sorted on the day, he should be tickety-boo and pass. So that's quite exciting. Mad Kiwi, big job thing tomorrow, the final meeting. Oh, so that's the final meeting as to whether you can go back to work, Mad Kiwi, or I'm allowed now, you're a peppy. Exactly, Sam. Be proud of it, bro. I've got an RDO tomorrow. That's always a bonus. Every second Monday. Nice. So you off for a swing, bro? Got a bunch of fireworks from PPL at work. Ooh, that sounds exciting, Arnie. I'm back. Mick, no, you didn't miss too much. We've just done the end of stream draw for members and patrons, and I'm just about to do the super chat draw. So only in the, okay, yeah. Well, at the moment, Digger Mike, he's been driving to and from work. And so I'm the passenger while he drives there, and then I'll just bring his car back home. So he's been getting in quite a bit of driving. We've been driving out to Rolleston, and those of you in Christchurch know that's a wee bit out of town in 100k zone. So he's been doing a bit of 100 kilometre an hour driving, 80k driving. So he's really getting his confidence up. It's been good. So driving first thing in the morning and then in rush hour in the afternoon. So yeah, he's doing well. He's getting his confidence up. So it's the best way to do it. The more you drive, the better you get at it. So MD went out today, 46 Florin. Nice. 46. Is that still 925 silver? Or has that gone to 50% at that date? A 1921 sixpence. Oh, nice. That's an early one. Be one of the first, isn't it? Right. Arnie says this will be David Carlisle. What's the odds on that? Man, you spit. Oh, so they're 50%. So what year did they go to 50%, Jim? Oh, I thought they went 50%. Oh no. Oh, so they went for it. Oh, so you missed out just by 1 year. Gutting. So 46. Okay. That's good to know. Right. Rolleston Prison. No. We're certainly not going out there, bud. Right. I think I've got one. We do. You guys can see first. Digger Mike. In fact, you're not even on there yet, mate. This is your first win. Make sure that is it. Digger Mike. Congrats, mate. You are finally on here again.
Can I
Nope. All done. Too slow. Digger Mike with 1. Congrats, mate.
Who are the winners?
So Paul Casper and Digger Mike were the winners tonight. So there we go, guys. So we've got Arnie C in the lead, Nigel with 1, Jade with 1. Mad Kiwis pulled himself out, gifting that to Arnie, Paul Casper, and Digger Mike. So there we go. Digger missed by that much. Yeah, gutting, eh? I got a bunch of coins the other day. I got a NZ half crown and an NZ flyer, and one was 47, one was 48, and of course our silver stopped at 46 as well. So I was like, gutting, just missed out. Digger Mike, give mine to NZ Warriorsman, please. Are you positive about that, Digger Mike? You missed out.
I know.
Too slow.
But why would it give it away?
G'day, Dark Knight Detectorists. Hello, fellow detectorists from the UK. Nice. I'd hate to think what time it is over there, buddy. Yeah, bro. Okay, NZ Warriorsman, you are now on the list. And in the draw for... Man, I got to check out my spelling. Warriorsman.
What? You don't know how to spell warrior?
I went to school just to eat my lunch, bro. That was it. So there we go. So Digger Mike goes to 0. NZ Warriorsman, you are on 1. So congrats, mate. A lot of loving going on tonight in the stream, isn't there? Very cool. Well, thanks, Digger Mike, says NZ Warriorsman. Just gone 10 a.m. So is that 10 a.m. Sunday morning? Because we are 9 o'clock Sunday evening. So welcome, mate. The only thing is, we're just about to pull the streams. It is Sunday morning EDC. Mint. Oh, they're not too far behind us then. Nick Ellis, cool. I was going to say before I left, I got a whole heap of 12 gauge reloading. I actually got given a bunch of 12 gauge reloading gear as well. I've never used it because I don't actually have a shotgun, but I got given it's one of those little multi-press things where you've got the arm and you flick it around, pull it down, flick it around, load the wad, flick it around, you can funnel to put the shot in, and then flick it around once more, and it crimps it. It's a real old plastic thing. It's almost Bakelite. I think it's a real vintage looking thing. I'd hate to use it because it probably doesn't work properly, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Mechanical press. No, this one's just a hand one. It's just a real basic thing. I reckon if you dropped it on the ground, the thing would just shatter. It's either Bakelite or some real brittle plastic, but it looks pretty cool. I'll have to get it out one day. Right, got to go. Yeah, got an early night. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you want to hook up for a detect this week, mate, that'd be cool. Mick Brand. Right, cool. Must be getting close for the Ashes to kick off. If you're into cricket, bro. I don't actually watch a lot of sport. I'm one of those guys that prefers to be out there doing it rather than watching it. I'm not a very good armchair watcher person. I get frustrated and just want to be out there doing it, and yeah. So in fact, I don't really, and you've all heard me say, I don't really watch a lot of TV anyway. We've got a bunch of TVs here, and you pretty much got to line up to get on any of them at the moment. So, yeah, I pretty much keep myself busy with other bits and pieces, and YouTube takes up a fair amount of my time as well. Not a fan of cricket, so I hear you, Dark Knight. I hear you. Love my cricket, says Jim. More to be found at this. Yeah, I reckon we go and do a decent night there, mate. Maybe try and get there a bit earlier. That'd be cool. I'll be up most of the night watching it in bed. Driving this. Are you really verbal, Jim, as well? I get the feeling you'd be very verbal, telling the umpire how to umpire and telling the players how to play. My dad's a bit like that, and I know Vanessa's when she watches the rugby, she's a bit like that. She tells them all how to play and tells the ref how to ref. Did you see Digger Mike comment to give his? Yep, saw that, Arnie C. I've written that down. Yep, bit of a legend in there, old Digger Mike. Very verbal, says Jim. Good on you, mate. It's the best way to be. When I'm down at my boys' games playing, when they play their football on Saturday mornings, I've got to be very aware. I've got a very boomy voice, and when I start yelling and screaming, everybody hears me. And of course, the kids get very, very embarrassed. They hate it, absolutely hate it. What's the rules with going to public spots with a detector? Okay, Sam. So it's pretty basic. If it's public and council owned, and there's not a ban on the from the council, it's open ground. You don't go to anything private. So private AMP grounds, showgrounds, they're out of bounds unless you get permission. Reserves are out of bounds unless you get permission. And the thing is there are a lot of councils now that are starting to put a no detecting ban in place because there are too many muppets out there leaving a mess and destroying it for everyone else. I know Selwyn have a detecting ban. I think Ashburton is starting to go that way. Wymax had one on for a wee while. Christchurch is still good. They haven't really done anything too major yet. I know Blenheim and Nelson have got bans on. A lot of areas up north are getting bans. So yeah, it's slowly getting to the point where I think it's going to be permission detecting and beach detecting only, or jumping in the river. It's just the way it is. I mean, when I first started 15 years ago, man, there was a handful of us detectors doing it. And now there's hundreds. Everybody does it. Everybody's getting into it. So it's sad, but yeah, that's the one, Mick. My voice. Yeah, I'd figure that one, Jim. You got a big boomy voice as well. Dark Knight. Tie only public spots. Yeah, because you guys are even stricter. I know. Even in the States, it's even stricter. Like you can't go into public spots at all and detect. Most of it is all door knocking and private permissions. Yeah, you got to have permits over there, and then all your like Dark Knight with your permissions as well. If you find anything really epic and valuable, you've got to share it with the permission grantee, isn't it? Like the person who's granted you permission, or the landowner gets you got to split it half and half, don't you? Is that right? And then, of course, if you find anything that's over 300 years old, you've got to pass that into the Crown, and they sort of decide whether or not they're going to keep it or whether they give it back, don't they? You got some pretty crazy rules over there for detectoring, eh? It's phenomenal. Usually I'm by myself. Everyone else is embarrassed. Yeah, I don't care either. I'll happily yell and scream and make a hoo-ha, and yeah, I don't care. But yeah, my boy will come off and say, "Oh, you were so loud today, Dad." It's a bit of a giggle. Right, guys, I'm going to call it because I no doubt I'm going to have a pretty busy day tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to be walking or we're taking the motorbike. And also the other things he wants to show me, I don't know. No doubt he'll probably have me walking up hills and all the rest of it, won't you, Mark? If you're still here. He might have gone to bed already as well. Getting an early start tomorrow. So have a great week, guys. Not entirely sure what will happen next week. I'll try and do Sunday Night Live, but it'll just depend on what time I leave Nelson as to what time I get home. So it may be a late one. It may be or a very quick, hey, how you doing type thing. Or we may even do something from Jade's or from Clay's up in Nelson maybe, and we'll see how that works. But we'll try and get something to you. But either way, there will be a heap of videos coming out. So keep your eyes peeled for those. Alrighty, guys. Have a great week. Be safe. And until the next one, happy hunting, guys. Hooroo.